My name is Kate with Scott Rhine Marketing. Today I'm going to be going over the referrals applet within the Command platform. Full disclosure, this class generally is a much shorter class than an hour. We're generally here maybe 30, maybe 40 minutes. The referrals applet just does not have a ton of things to cover. So we are going to go through each portion of it and go through all of the things that you can do. But just keep in mind, we may get done a little bit early, which will leave time for any questions you guys have. So definitely drop your questions in the chat as we are going through class, and I will try to answer those. If not, I will save them for the end. So if you see me skip over it, don't worry. I'll definitely come back to it. First thing is first, you want to make sure you are logged into your command platform, okay? So your command platform will look similar to this. You can customize this home screen just a little bit. So if you are seeing different information, if you are seeing things first instead of halfway down the page, that's okay. All right. So you can customize this page. One thing I want to point out, if you are watching an old video, you may see that we are going to a referral profile. I just want to point out that that profile has been removed from command. There is no more referral profile. That profile is now replaced with the My profile, so you just have the one to come in and update. So make sure you update this information. You want to make sure your name, your photo, your biography. You can also list your languages spoken, your service areas, any specialties, as well as designations. They can all be edited here, okay? You just go ahead and hit that edit button, and that will allow you to come in and customize that profile. If you are looking to add service areas, you can do that by city, state, zip code, and neighbor or neighborhood. So any of those ways that you'd like to identify areas that you service, that would be a great way to come in and plug those in, okay? Once you're done, go ahead and hit that save. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and navigate back to our command home screen. Now, once we are in our home screen, we want to head straight into the referrals applet, okay? So if you're not familiar with these applets on the left-hand side, you can hover over each of them. It will let you know the name. You can also hit this square red and white KW in the top left corner. That will expand your menu bar and allow you to see all of those at once, okay? So again, we're going to head into referrals. It looks like a location pin drop with a person. So we're going to go ahead and click there. You can also close this menu bar same way, hitting that KW. Now, once your referrals applet opens, you're going to see an overview of all of your activities within the referral section. Okay, so you'll see your, like I said, your overview of everything going on right here. You'll have your pending invites, you'll have your pending referrals, you'll have your received referrals, as well as your sent. Now the difference here between pending invites and pending referrals, pending invites are agents or associates that are looking to join your network, okay? Similar to a Facebook request or if you have private social accounts, that someone would have to request to be your friend or to follow you. Same thing in command. They would have to request to join your network, okay? So they're going to send you an invite and you get to decide whether you want to connect with that person or not, okay? And we'll take a look at how to do that as we go through today's class. But once someone is added to your referral network, you're going to find them here, okay? So you have your referral network. Now, I just want to point out that this referral network here is going to be the exact same as the My network here, okay? So instead of covering the My referral network here, we're going to go ahead and go straight to the My network, and we're going to take a look at it there because you'll see the same contacts or the same agents and things like that here. So once we are under the referral network, again, you're going to see any of your people that are in your referral network. You can see we have 18. We can view 1 through 10. We can view 1 through 500. So as many people in your network that you want to view, you can adjust that. When you are seeing these people here, you're going to see their name, how many referrals you have with that specific person, the area they're in. If you have added them to your favorites, that's just maybe a way to identify them. Maybe this is someone you have actually had a referral with and you want to mark them as a favorite. Maybe things went really well. You can favorite someone. You can also add specific tags. Maybe you want to identify that they worked with your buyer or military transaction, anything like that. You can add those tags. You just click add and go ahead and type that. Moving over, you can send them a referral. Now, we're not going to take a look at this just yet, but we will. Moving down, you can click the drop down, and this is where you can view some additional information about this specific associate. So you can see, again, their location. You can see a portion of their bio. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to view all of it. You can see their phone number, their email address. You can add any notes about them that you might like to add. Again, maybe you had a really great deal with them, or maybe you met them at family reunion and that's how you connected. Whatever note you want to add to remember that specific person. Moving over, you're going to see some agent stats. If you hover over that little I, it's letting you know that the production totals are based over or off the last 12 months, okay? So last 12 months, not just the year. It also lets you know number of transactions in the last 12 months, 12 months. So it's letting you know everywhere. So it's going to let you know number of transactions, sales volume, average deal size. So you get some idea of who you are working with, okay? Now, referral statistics, this has been coming soon for a while, so I'm not sure when we'll see that, but hopefully soon we'll have some information here. Now you also, again, can send a referral. You also have the option to remove the agent, okay? So maybe you didn't work with them and you're cleaning up your referral network. You can certainly remove someone. And this will be the same throughout all of these. It's going to provide all of the same details. Now moving up, we're going to come over here. We are under My Network. You can also view pending invitations, okay? So again, this is where if you are trying to add people to your referral network, you can come here and accept or ignore anyone that maybe has sent you one. I'm not going to mess with that. You can, of course, search for someone. Maybe you're looking for someone specific. You can come in here and add them or find them. If you had any pending outbound invitations, maybe you sent a referral network request to someone else, you'll see those pending here. You can, of course, cancel those if you need to. Okay, so that is our referral network. Now, of course, you have a couple of other options up here. Track referrals, that's just letting you plug in referrals that you've had. Growing your network is going to refer you to the map, which we're going to come back to. And then, of course, you can sort them. You can just search for your favorites. However you want to kind of search and navigate through this, you can. Right, so that is our network. And again, this is the same information as the other page, so you'll see all of this information is the same. Moving over, we have My Referrals, okay? That's our next section. Now, this is going to allow you to see any referrals you have sent, received, etc. And you'll be able to view those here. Now, there's filters. You can sort them. You can also look at the different buckets, I guess, for best word. There's a few. So you can view pending referrals. Those are going to be any referrals that are waiting for a response, either by you or by the other agent. Okay, so that you've sent a referral or received one and it hasn't been responded to. You then have active referrals. Those are going to be referrals that are active. They are open, they're being worked on, no matter how long, because as you'll see, this one down here is our active one, and it's been here for quite a while. We'll see it when we come. Well, I'm not sure why it's not showing. There it goes. You'll have funded. Those are going to be referrals that are connected to a closed opportunity. So once the referral is sent, the agent or yourself has created an opportunity in command. It's moved through all of the sales pipeline, and now that opportunity is closed. That means everyone should hopefully be paid or about to be, and that transaction is then marked as a funded referral. Okay? Lost. These are going to be referrals that were connected to an opportunity that has been marked lost. Maybe something fell through, whatever the reason may be, the transaction did not go all the way through to close, and the deal was lost at some point. that would fall under this specific little category. Moving over, you have referrals that are canceled or expired. Those are going to be pretty simple and self-explanatory, but either they were not accepted by the agent within the time frame that is allowed for the referral, which we'll take a look at that time frame when we create one, or they were canceled. Okay, so again, pretty self-explanatory, but there's two there, either expired or canceled. Rejected. Again, a very simple one, referrals that were just not accepted. They were automatically rejected. And then, of course, you can view all referrals, okay? That's going to show you anything under sent or received. You can, of course, sort them. You can look through them. They'll have seller, buyer, tracked, broadcasted. They're going to have a bunch of different little tags. We'll take a look at how to broadcast a referral when we get to the map, but it's going to show you all of this information, okay? Now with that, you have three little dots where you can view the activity log for a specific referral, and that's going to give you the full timeline of anything that's going on with that transaction, okay? It has referral location, it says TBD. We have the agent's name, the referral fee, the price range if we have it, when it was received, the time frame that we've had that referral. Again, you can view that same activity log, which is going to give you that full timeline. And then you should see client information, okay? So you'll have contact name, email, if they marked pre-approved or pre-qualified. And then at the bottom, you'll have whatever information, whether it is expired, canceled. Just trying to see if there wasn't received. Let's go back to this one is a little different, so I like to point this one out. This one is in an active opportunity. So we are seeing the specific phase of the pipeline that transaction is currently in, okay? So a little bit different than these where they just say canceled, expired. It gives you a very clear idea of where that specific transaction is at, okay? Now, one thing I want to point out as well, you will also in some cases see that the contact information for the client is blurred out, okay? That is because that referral was not accepted and that person that sent us the referral is not in our referral network, okay? So when you are sending a referral to someone in your network, it will share contact information for the client. If they are not in your referral network, it will not. And we'll cover that a little bit more in depth when we actually send a referral. So just want to point that out that sometimes you will see that it is blurred out and other times you will not, okay? All right, so any questions on this information, go ahead and drop those in the chat and we'll come back to those. But we're gonna go ahead and move into the map now, okay? So the map is a great tool to find referral partners or someone that you want to send a referral to, okay? You can use this map to search in a ton of different ways. The first one is going to be searching by production, and you just find the area you're searching and you go ahead and zoom in. So let's just pick an area here. Let's just go over here somewhere. Come up to this area. So a lot of times you have to zoom in quite a bit into a specific area before it will start to populate agents, okay? We'll give it a second to load and see if we start to see any. But in some cases, you have to get very specific with the area you are looking to find an agent, okay? So let's go right here towards Georgetown. Keep zoom in. As you can see, we're still not seeing any. Oh, I am maybe zoomed in too much. Okay. So now that we've zoomed in close enough to the area, maybe we have a referral that we need to send. Now that we've zoomed in enough, we are starting to see some agents populating on the right-hand side over here, okay? Now it's currently set to random, meaning it is just pulling random agents. There is no reason that these agents are showing. It is just completely random, okay? You can change that and sort them by name, closed units in this area. Maybe you're looking to find people that work specifically in this area. You can change that and it will readjust those agents. You can search by closed units, listings sold, buy side, as well as leases, okay? Now, when you hover over some of these little pin drops, if the agent is on the right-hand side where we can see them, you'll see that they turn like a pinkish red shade when I hover over a deal that they did. Okay, so it's showing, let's see if we can find another one. Ooh, there we go. We got one on the bottom. So it'll kind of give you an idea, maybe if you're looking for someone that's wanting to buy in a very specific neighborhood. This may help you to determine who might be familiar with that neighborhood and could be the best to serve your client. Okay, it's a great tool. Moving back to our right side, after we've found agents, we can click that drop down. This is going to show some information about them. Okay, so Carlos here is listed as a luxury agent. He is with a team. You'll see that listed here. His phone number is there, email, languages spoken, we can see. So that may be helpful if you are looking for someone. Closed units in the area, closed units, total listings sold, etc. So you're going to be able to see a very clear idea of all of their information. Same if we move down. Now to the right of their name, you're going to see two little icons that you can click on. The first one is an invite to the referral network, okay? So that is just you basically sending them a friend request to join your network. It does not send them a referral. There is nothing else that goes with that. It's just inviting them to that network that we looked at the beginning of class. Now to the right of that, you'll see send a referral, okay? So let's say we wanted to send Michael here a referral. We can go ahead and click that. And we'll be able to go ahead and put in the details for a referral. We can determine if it's a buyer, seller, tenant, or landlord. What referral fee? It will generally default to 25% since that is kind of the standard. And then you have your deadline. So this is where you get to determine how long you want to allow for Michael to review this and accept or deny, okay? So you can adjust that. I always tell people to take into consideration what time of the day you are sending this on, what day of the week, is it a holiday, things like that. Kind of take that into consideration when you are sending these, and kind of when your work hours are. I know that sounds crazy as a realtor, but when you've set aside time for actual work versus being home with family or kids or whatever. So take that into consideration when you're setting those deadlines. Then you have your price minimum and maximum if you have it. You can write a note to Michael here. And then down below, you're going to notice that this section is highlighted yellow, okay? This means that you have to enter client information, okay? You have to enter the client's name, email, phone number, or I don't think you have to add the phone number, I'm sorry. You have to add their name, their first and last, their desired location, and their email in order to send a referral. Now, what this yellow section is telling you is that this portion of the referral is kept confidential until the other agent has accepted the referral and the terms to the referral. So it's not going to share your contact's information until they have accepted that and agreed to the referral. Now, the caveat to that is that if you are sending this to someone in your network, which I'll take a look at with you as well, it is going to share that, okay? So this is where you would then add your contact if they're in your database, or you can create new. We'll just go ahead and pull up our trusty fake person here. If they're pre-approved or pre-qualified and we want to mark that, if we have their current address, we can go ahead and pull up their location. We'll go here. I don't think that's where it was. That's okay. They have their email, we have the transaction timeline, and then we go ahead and send. Now I'm not going to send this. I don't want to actually send this to Michael. So we're going to go ahead and hit close. But that is how you would send the referral. Okay. All right. So that is the production and searching the map. Now with that, there is also the option to search market centers. Maybe you want to search for just a market center and then find an agent in that specific market center. You can do that as well. It will start to do the same thing, populate those agents. You can search by city or zip code. You can also change it to associates. So you can search for a specific associate if you want to. So let's just go here and type Scott. And we're going to find Scott. As you can see, I can't send myself a referral, but I can view my information, how I appear in the referral network, just so I know what information is showing and all of that, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and close this. After Market Centers, we can also search for just our network. Maybe we are looking for someone in our network to send a referral to. Zoom out till we find someone. Here we go. We got Billy. So as you can see, Billy's in our network. We don't have the invite to network button, but we do have send a referral. If I go ahead and click that, I just want to point out that this bottom half for the client information is not highlighted. Since Billy is in my referral network, it believes that we are in a good relationship. We know each other. We've either worked with each other or we've agreed to work with each other. It is going to share their client information. Okay, so just keep that in mind if that's something you do or don't want to do. You do not have to add people to your referral network. So optional there if you want to or not. But I always like to mention that it will send client information. Okay, again, if they're in your network. All right. Before we jump to referral patterns, let's come back to production. And we'll just zoom in somewhere here. The last thing I want to show you guys is the broadcast referral. I'm going to zoom out for just a second. That broadcast referral button will only be clickable if you are showing 50 agents or less, okay? So if you hover over it, it's not going to let you click it until you've zoomed in enough to narrow your search to 50 agents or less, okay? So now that we have 44 showing, we are seeing that we can go ahead and click that broadcast option. Broadcasting, you can hide your name or show it. It's always going to default to hide your name. I think that's just so people can't reach out to you directly and things like that. But you can show your identity if you want to. You determine buyer, seller, tenant, or landlord. Again, your fee, your deadline, any other details you have, the client information, and then you broadcast the referral. What this does is it's going to send it to all of the agents here, and they're going to kind of interview or try to win that referral, okay, so that they get to work with that client. So that's how this process works. Again, it has to be 50 or less to broadcast. One thing with broadcasting referrals, there is no cancel option. Once it is sent, there is no way to cancel that broadcast, okay? All right, so that is our broadcast. Now, the last thing I want to show you in the map is going to be these referral patterns. Now, referral patterns are pretty cool. This is one of my favorite kind of tools in here, is it allows you to see where referrals are going to and where they're coming from. So if you are in the Austin, Texas area and you want to see where people are moving from Texas to, you can take a look at this, okay? So it's going to show that people in Texas are moving to all of these different areas. It's going to show you on the right the percentage. So a lot of people just moving Austin to Austin, but some moving to Houston, San Antonio. Then you've got some Chicago and Orlando. So it's going to show you the percentage of referrals that are going from those places, okay? So great way to find where you may want to have people in your network if you are looking to actively work referrals, okay? Now, we are currently under sent. If we want to flip that and see where referrals are coming from, so people are moving to Texas from all of these other areas, okay? So a lot of, again, Texas to Texas, but you've also got Arizona. You come down more Arizona, you've got Colorado, Florida. So it gives you a great idea of, again, where you might want to connect with people to figure out where you might get referrals from. And of course, you can change this. Let's say we want to do same thing. You can see where those people are coming to and from in that area. So great tool. Like I said, great way for you to identify maybe where you want to have some referral partners that you can connect with and send referrals back and forth. All right. All right, guys, that is everything I want to cover. Again, this class generally does not take the full hour. Usually closer to 30 minutes unless there's a lot of questions. But I'm going to hang around if you do have any questions. Um, if you don't have any questions and you want to jump off, that's totally fine too. Again, I'm going to hang around, so if you have questions, go ahead and drop those in. If anything comes up when you get off of here, our email is support@scotlandmarketing.com. We're happy to help with anything you've got going on, so definitely reach out to us. I'm going to go ahead and stop record and go through questions.